antidote is. You've ever, you know, we're not too much from the South now. You know, they always, you know, if you got bit by a snake, they want to know what kind of snake it was. Antidote, so they always had a shot ready to shoot you, get an antidote for that snake bite. Now we got so many diseases. We didn't know we got encephalitis, you know, from mosquito bites. Now we got this other mosquito bites that's affecting children. They say it started in Brazil, so that what they call that ground zero. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now it's it's spreading into the U.S. and they was warning people that coming back from South America about this mosquito borne disease. That's once it's been bitten, it's into your bloodstream. We understand we still got AIDS and HIV. Yet looking for antidotes, they got a cocktail, they can calm it, but you still have the disease. Yes. They make it dormant in the body, but the disease is still there. And antidotes are looking for, somebody looking for, say, one cure shot. Yes. You know, like penicillin came, you know, folks say, oh yeah, this is it, penicillin. You know, they looking for something, they looking for a cure for rabies. Dogs that got rabies, they talk about rabies bat this morning, how they found 16 rabies bats in the western and southern part of Illinois. I said, oh my goodness, I said, they got the rabies problem again. Yes. And so we see these things that are looking for antidotes. And you know, that's when they think about it, they say, is there no physician there? Is there no cure there? Is there not a balm in Gilead? All right. Yeah. They said the balm in Gilead, is it not any kind of salve? It was supposed to be an antidote for the problems of them. It was in Gilead that they had all the medicine made in Gilead. And they was looking for antidotes. And we are looking for antidotes. And in the book of Peter, the second book, Peter was looking for the saints, the Christians there, they had a problem. And they needed an antidote. Yes. So and Peter kind of speaks plain to them in the second Peter. He speaks to the Christian. Now here in the first Peter, he used a very elaborate words, and that lets you know somebody helped him in this book. In second Peter, Peter just get right down to brass tacks. All right. He said, like he wrote it himself, somebody wrote it down for him. And he said, I'm just going to tell you as plain as possible what you can do to get this antidote. Yes. So Peter's speaking to the Christians in the threat of false teachers that came not from without, but from within. He was worried about them that they have made themselves a own clique in the church. That was become false teachers and implementing false doctrine, and they was difficult to define them and to perceive them, so they was hard to just point them out. And so Peter began to talk to him. He said, I know you have a problem with the curse of the Gnostics. All right. Now we take the first part of that. It says Gnos. Gnos in the Greek word means to have knowledge. The last part is sticks, although istic, it means in the Webster, in the English version, it means people to have a certain kind of secret that only kept to certain individuals. So now we're talking about folk that have knowledge that only want to keep it to a secret to certain people. Unless you've been into their clique, you can't get this answer. So these folks came in and slid into the Christian church and made themselves Christians, carrying things. And the words that is istic, it also means that them people had knowledge of the Greek word of knowledge, but they always used, as we would say, an oriental mystic religion into the religion of Christ. That's kind of crazy, ain't it? In other words, sorcerer or, Oriental religion or Asian. We're dealing with people in Asian Minor, because if you know, when it started off in 2 Peter, he talked about the people out in Galatia and all these Pontus and all these people that's in Asia Minor. So in Asia Minor, these people came and they became in the church and they made a clique in the church. and they was false teachers. Unless you knew their secret code, you couldn't get in.
All right. Yeah.
So these folks came in the church, and Peter began to speak to them, and he said the second time, he said, I'm going to tell you the antidote, how you can root these people out. And find out, he said, because the Gnostic system is physical, it talks about the physical body regarding it as evil. So these people would go on fast, the body is evil, but yet they created a ritual of immortality. They believed that once they was in, you was never out. So they said, we can do anything once we got saved, no matter what we're doing, whatever our sins in, whatever our problems in, we have the liberty of Christian life. They took the liberties of Christ and made Christian liberty as a sin. So whatever do, we all with one sin and never out. Or they would say we were saved and we don't have to do anything else. We don't have to do nothing else. We can take this religion and we're immortal. So they were thinking on the part that once they were saved, that they were saved from even death. These folks said, oh my goodness, what was wrong with these people? So they brought this religious false teaching into the Christian church. And so he reads to them, he says, and he starts in the 3rd verse, according to as his divine power have given unto us all things that pertaineth unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that have called us to glory and virtue. All right, wait a minute now. He's already put it very clear. That the only way you're going to be glorified, you're going to have the virtue of Christ. We can go back to Mark 5:30, where he was going through the crowd, and Jesus was walking, and the woman got on her knees that had an issue of blood and touched the hem of his garment, and he asked the disciples, who touched me? And they said, wait a minute, Jesus, the crowd is patting you on the shoulder, and everybody's bumping us. What you mean, who touched? He said, I felt the virtue of God. Leave my body. Jesus turned around, and the woman was curling because she understood that she had been delivered and been healed. And Jesus told her, go and sin no more. Because the virtue of God, the glory of God's virtue of deliverance and God and healing went out of his body. Came to this woman. So we read in the 4th verse, it said, whereby are you going unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by thee ye might be partakers of his divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. So he said, now wait a minute, here's the antidote. If you have taken on the nature, divine nature of Christ, then you have escaped the corruption of this world. And those that are corrupted by the world and the sin of the world is not of what? Not of us. Oh, come on and help us, Jesus. Help us, they're not of us. And besides that, he read down in the 5th verse, and besides this, giving all diligently, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge. He was talking about the goodness and the virtue of God, the things that just come along. And if you got that virtue, you have knowledge of the Lord. You don't have to worry about getting in the secret knowledge that folk don't want to give you. Let them keep that knowledge, because God will give you knowledge. Praise the Lord. So those folks that are, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness. Oh, come on, somebody. He said, oh yeah, here's the antidote. You ain't got to figure them out. They're going to show you they're not of his. He said, because if God gives you power through his divine nature, you will take on the nature of God. And with the nature of God, virtue going to come out of you. You're going to be good to not only yourself, but to everyone around you. And on top of that, you will get knowledge. You don't have to worry about their knowledge. God will increase the wisdom and knowledge